Hello, how are you? Welcome. Let's see who's here. T. Witten, welcome, welcome. How's it going today? I'm out here. Let's see, let me get everything. Is this good? Does this sound good? Let me know. Are we good with sound? Welcome. Welcome on Facebook. Thanks for joining the live stream. I'm going to have a couple live streams today. Hey, Nixon, how are you? Gladys? Yes, this is a quick one I wanted to share. Thank you, Nixon and Gladys. Okay, so it sounds good. I wanted to share the situation with Capri Sun. All right. I know that this is very cringy. Can you all take one for the team in terms of watching this one more time, because it will have more continuity for anybody who hasn't seen it. If you have seen it and it's too cringy for you, go ahead and click off. But for those that haven't seen the new ad by Heinz Kraft, okay, this is regarding a new ad. It came to my attention because of Angela Stanford. You know Angela King? You know her. She is very active on the front lines, and she's amazing. So it was Angela Stanton King. Sorry, Angela, messing up your name. I don't know if she would even find this content, but it was because of her that I was made aware of this campaign. So I want to share this for anybody who hasn't seen it, because it was just released as an advertisement campaign. Okay, so this won't be easy, no, but it's something we should be aware of. Yeah, this is
Recently, I was hacked by an attacker who took several of my accounts and was even emailing me my own personal information.
I did say
he was
that.
threatening to
Capri
abuse
Sun's
this information and
YouTube
sell it
channel.
online. Scary, right? The hacker's goal was actually just to steal my Fortnite cosmetics.
So
Thankfully,
I don't know what happened. Sorry.
From the author of Beach Desire and Beauty on the Beach comes a tasty new delight. But now that your kids have tuned out this steamy romance, we can tell you
I'm
what
not
this
sure
is really about.
Capri Sun.
Each glistening pouch of deliciousness now has
about
on average
the sound,
20% less sugar.
Leave the sugar.
but
man.
the sound is not
great taste
there.
kids love.
Delicious.
So
I don't have it turned off.
Capri Sun. Your kids will never know. From the author of Beach of Desire.
That is without having the sound, you get the idea that this is an ad that was deemed for parents. And yes, Gladys, it's gross. It's gross, right? Joseph says the ad is messed up. How you doing, Joseph? Yes. Very messed up indeed. And Nixon says, oh, hell no. Yeah. I have taken a little poll of people on Instagram, and they agree that it's a no, 100%. I didn't get anybody that said otherwise. So I wanted to share with you as a follow-up that I sent communications to various people in the company Heinz, what is it? Heinz, hold it. Heinz, I don't know which one goes first now, but it's Kraft Heinz, okay? I want to say Heinz Kraft. So it's Kraft Heinz. And you can find them online. All I did was go to their corporate site and went to their, if you want to contact them. And then I went to the ad agency, and I'll read you an example of what I sent to the ad agency. The ad agency that did this ad for Capri Sun is the hold it. Does anybody remember what that one is? It is Goodby. Sorry. Goodby, Silverstein and Partners. They have offices in New York and San Francisco. So Goodby, the person that is over the communications, her name is Meredith Valines or Valines. So I have her email address, and I'll put it in the chat if anybody wants it. You can go to the company Goodby, Silverstein and Partners. Okay, so I let Meredith know. Good day, Meredith. Your new Capri Sun ad campaign is absolutely degenerate. Appealing to parents via a child's product using sexual themes is a betrayal and insult to what's left of intelligence in America. Juicio, are you serious? How does a romance novel trope translate to your target audience? Parents of young children would not be old enough to appreciate such a tired trope. And the tagline, your children will never know, is not only creepy and sinister, but encourages keeping secrets and being deceptive. Nice moral character over there at Kraft Heinz for approving such degeneracy. I will continue to share your absurd and twisted marketing, sending out calls to action for mothers on social media to be aware of your poor decision to corrupt the innocence of children and to sell your low quality drink that used to have high fructose corn syrup, further exposing your evil intent and ingredients. wait a minute. I signed it. Extremely concerned, Mama Bear. And do not share the ad. They are laughing at you, Gladys says. Okay, they can laugh, but you know what, Gladys? They can laugh. This is the thing about laughing. You want to make sure you have something to back up your laughing, because Gladys, laughing about degeneracy, even if they are, let them laugh. It is a record that is being reckoned against them. So let them laugh and mock and do whatever. I am occupying until he comes. Okay. So this ad needs to be known. This is the thing. Parents are too busy a lot of times. A lot of times they don't know a lot of this stuff is going on. I didn't know it was real. I thought it was like some kind of joke until I looked into it. They don't have to pay for the exposure. You know what? It doesn't matter. The parents need to know that are buying Capri Sun, okay? Period. And this is the way to let people know, is to get active and mobilize, send it out to mothers groups and parents and people that are buying these products for their children, because this ad is degenerate, period. There's no two ways about it. It's not funny. It reminds me of that Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears skit, which was supposed to be comedy. This is not funny. And I will not just be silent. Sorry. So that's that. So the letter basically was sent to Kraft, and it was sent to the ad agency. So if anybody wants to, I guess, have the information, I'll put it in the chat. So laughing is health. Yeah, it is. And you share the ad. Gladys, how else are people going to know? Do you have a problem with it, Gladys? Let me know. Do you want to tap in and talk to me about what your problem is? About people laughing at me? Do you think I care about people laughing at me? I might need to reintroduce myself to you if you think I care about that. So make sure you're not advocating for the other side. I don't care about them laughing at me. They can do whatever they want. I know what I'm doing, okay? So I know my assignment. I understand my assignment, okay? There you are, Molly. Goodbye, Silverstein and Partners, Meredith. Yeah. So this is what it is. And if you need to, I understand, Gladys. You know, Gladys is saying, yes, I saw that because it was shared. I keep myself away from stuff. I hate the ad. That's good. You keep yourself away. Children are being exposed. Okay. I can't keep myself away from this stuff when I hear about it. So some people are just front line on it. And I can't keep myself away from it. Okay. It's just like when I talked about abortion and the graphic nature of it. Some people, especially in the church, I had people attack me and tell me, don't you try to show the graphic nature of abortion. Well, you know what? People don't care about it when they don't see the graphic nature of it. They think that it's just, oh, it's just a little procedure. It's just a little tuck, a little nip, a little whatever. Just a little ball of cells. Oh, it's just a DNC. And the thing is that people don't have a stomach for it. And I get that. That's why I gave my disclaimer. If you can't watch things, you want to keep yourself away, I respect that. I personally can't. So this is, like I said, this is my assignment. Okay. So if you like to keep yourself away from all this stuff, I think it's great. That's good for you, just not my assignment. Thank you. All right. So stay as local as possible in your fight. Yeah, I agree, Gladys. Okay, so anyway, one of the things that I'm also going to do, as I have finished reading the book of Enoch, this is what I wanted to further state, that in the book of Enoch, it talks about making petitions. And when we think about law, you know, we are loving the law of Jah, and we are wanting Jah to stand us upright based on his law. This is one of the things that brother Kevin Gillespie has really been helping me to understand so much of identity, reclassification, and the heirs, the ones written in the book of life, and the ones that are waiting on their kinsman redeemer. So we have an advocate. When we see evil, we take action. And our voices are very powerful. Our pens are swords, okay? And one of the things that would happen when people in my family, especially my mother, if she was wronged by a company, she would come to me, because I don't know at what age I love to write letters, especially fighting for the consumer. You know, if somebody was wronged, I would just start writing a letter. And this is back, you know, when you're writing with the pen, which I'm going to also follow up my communications. I'm going to send written communications, because there's something about the exercise of writing, and I'm going to make sure my written communication gets to these people as well. So when I read the book of Enoch, if you joined me for that, we finished it last night. We pushed through and we finished, right? And it was great. Thank you for joining. And later on, I am going to do another live stream at 4:30. So you may have already seen, if you want to, push for the notification, so that it would possibly help with the algorithms. You can try it. So we read through Enoch, the entire, even the appendix to the book of Enoch. And one of the things that I like about this is that it talks about the future in a way that I can really understand. It's very clear. I can envision this. And it was something about reading it out loud, and I am now listening as well. I caught a lot of things that I want to apply to my life. And in the case of these situations, especially when it comes to children, when it comes to the issue of abortion, I wanted to go to The Hague. I told you about that. I was really plugged into the church, very churchified, church culture. And I had the call in terms of getting healed, having the abortion come up and getting healed. That was in Los Angeles when I lived in LA. And I went to Rachel's Vineyard. And after coming out of Rachel's Vineyard, I was very fired up to make sure people knew about the after effects of abortion, the truth of abortion, and the graphic nature of abortion. It was very important that I spoke with my brothers and sisters that were in the church. And I have to say that the reception was less than warm, I'll say, with a lot. A lot of them were very receptive. I'll have to say, it's not everybody, but some had very apathetic, I'll say, lip service towards the issue. And I was hurt. I was really hurt. It was strange how it hurt me, because I'm thinking, this is the church. This is my church family. But a lot of people, they don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be made uncomfortable with these ugly things. A lot of the friends from church, they would go to Disneyland every time you looked around. They'd have their mouse ears and they're at Disneyland. And one of the things I'm realizing through listening to Kev Gillespie is about this mouse kingdom and how much of a hold it has over the minds of the people. And to think that in a church, when you're really plugged in, you're going to church almost every day of the week. And the people would much rather look good and beautiful. This was the beautiful. In fact, I saw a mother yesterday, and she had her little daughter, real cute, okay? And they had on their little t-shirts and jeans. It was the mommy and me type of thing. And you could tell they were repping their church. And, they were cute little Southern belles. I'm in the deep South. So the Southern belles are uber adorable. So when they do the mommy and me thing, and so they had the whole thing, the church t-shirts, and young and beautiful. That reminded me of my church family in Los Angeles. And I just thought about it, and, just with how a lot of people don't want to be made uncomfortable. They just can't, I just can't look at that. That would really give me bad dreams. And I get it. It would for some people. And I don't know what some people dealt with, what type of trauma they've dealt with. But the one thing about it, when people are on the front line, a lot of people need to fall back with their criticisms and whatever advice, because a lot of people on the front line were called there, okay? And it ain't pretty, and it's not comfortable. And one of the things, like I told you all, that I have been getting very disappointed at is that it's not enough people. When I look around on the battlefield, it's not a lot. And that is something that I've observed for my entire life. Like I told you, my entire nursing career. I couldn't find another nurse that would battle against the forces of evil, that wouldn't lock arms with me. I have one. Now, she woke up. And let me tell you, her awakening has been amazing. I don't even talk about her. I keep her tucked away. But my thing is this. It's not enough. It's not enough. I have watched people bow down to this beast system so easily. Like the other day, like I'm saying, I was in the parking lot and I just chilled. I had some snacks. I had come out of the store and I just sat there for a while, just watching. Sometimes I like to people watch. And I watched people. It was bright, sunny day. And they're talking on the cell phone with masks. I saw 2 people doing this, walking to the store, masked and talking on the cell phone. Beautiful sun beaming down. And I just, no emotions, just observing. And then I observed a woman. She was in her car by herself, masked, pulling out. Look, she's, backing out. And she wasn't even backing out in a safe way. And I'm thinking, the mask, but she's not being safe in a parking lot area. She had a cell phone as well. So I'm watching this woman back out. That's the one detail I forgot. She had a cell phone, talking on the cell phone in the car by herself with a mask, backing out. So if it's about safety, that's something I never understood. Is this about safety truly? And fear, some kind of safety? And when I tried to challenge people with the whole safe thing, because they would always say, be safe, be safe. That was one of the things I told you, it would get in my craw. If somebody told me, be safe, be safe. No, be dangerous. Be dangerous to this system. Because when we are comfortable, there's no growth. There's no growth in comfort. It's no growth there. So I have been disrupted. I've been disruptive, and I will continue to be disruptive. So, and when it comes to this company, Kraft Heinz, and finding out that, as I said, they're set tripping. Okay. If you know what set tripping is, Kraft Heinz is set tripping. So for their set tripping, I got an answer for me that I'm going to use out of the book of Enoch. So I'm going to write up a petition and a pleading, and I'm going to base it on something out of the book of Enoch that I read the other night. And it talked about testifying, and it sounded like a petition. And what I'm going to do is treat it that way. And what I was saying earlier about when I was disrupted about the nature of abortion and what has happened, the genocide in the womb, mainly against my tribe. My tribe has been genocided in the womb at higher numbers than any other group. There's a reason, and I'm understanding it more and more. Okay. And I will share that with you all as it starts to connect more and more. But when I realized the level of the genocide, when I was researching and doing a documentary, traveling all around, meeting with people, I met with Abby Johnson. I told you about her, amazing woman. She was an executive, high executive in Planned Parenthood. And she needed to watch an abortion, a live abortion, so that she could be promoted. And I didn't know this would turn into that, but anything involving children, it always goes back to the Baal worship, the worship of the bull, right? The golden calf. These are those people. Thank you, Kevin, for helping me to see who they are. They're the golden calf people. Red Bull gives you wings. Matador, Spain. All this is connected. Okay, the church. You know which church I'm talking about. So anything in which children are not being protected, it all relates. So yeah, I'm talking about abortion right now. And I was talking about this degenerate ad. But I go with, like I said, my assignment is a little odd. And I just go with the leading. So right now, I'm just talking to you about the issue of abortion too. And Abby Johnson, when I met with her, like I was saying, she had to watch a live abortion in order to be promoted. So she was on the rise. She lived in Texas. We always think Texas and, Bible Belt and everything. She was going to church, she said. A lot of churches are very liberal, and abortion is seen as a woman's right to uphold. So she was at one of these churches where she said she never felt convicted working at a high level at Planned Parenthood and going to church, being involved. So when she really felt she was helping women, she said. So when she had to watch this live abortion, this one happened to be where the doctor he had one of these high resolution sonogram screens. As he was performing the abortion, it was so high resolution that Abby could tell the sex of the baby. She could tell it was a boy. Now, I'm recalling this story from her telling it. If there are some details I'm missing, I'm just paraphrasing what I remember. But she said that the instrument of abortion, as it was dismembering the baby in the womb, that she could tell it was a little boy, and he was fighting. He was fighting for his life in the womb. He had enough presence of mind to fight till the end. Very valiant. More valiant than a lot of us. Because this is a vulnerable human being. And this is what's been happening on our watch because we can't be bothered. I don't like to look at this stuff. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be up at night. Then that's okay for you. I've already been bothered. I've already been disrupted. And now I am disruptive. And I'm letting you know about the graphic nature of why we are a civilization that doesn't protect our children. We don't protect them from the womb, and we don't protect them when they're here. We pay a lot of lip service, and that's why we are in judgment. Do you hear me? Judgment. This is not the day to be apathetic. If you have children, if you are an auntie, anybody, and you now you know about this commercial, you can go to the YouTube page. The comments are disabled. Why are the comments disabled? Why? But Gladys wants me to know that they're laughing at me. That's supposed to be something that how am I supposed to feel about that? I wonder. That's the kind of stuff I'm telling you all. Like I said, cowardice is not going to fly. It's not. We have to do work. Local, whatever. You can call it local, whatever. Local is you go to the store and Kraft Heinz products are all in the supermarket. So what are you going to do? They're pushing an ad that is sexualized towards, they say, the parents. It should be offensive to parents. Because if you read the article on Ad Week, it's talking about the mother having a fling with Juicio. It's just degeneracy. And if we do not hold a standard up against it, it just gets, this is where we are. This is where we are. So I am going to further petition my kinsman redeemer, and I'm going to use wording from the book of Enoch that deals with petitions, who can make them, and where it will be submitted. So when I wanted to, as I learned more and more, I met with Alveda King. Alveda is amazing. Amazing woman. So I was all over. I met with Abby Johnson in San Francisco. I met with Alveda in Atlanta. I went to Washington, D.C. it was like they were acknowledging like 40-something years of Roe v. Wade in D.C. And they were appealing to their local representatives that had offices in D.C. So a lot of work was being done during this acknowledging this whatever you want to call it, a march. I never saw a march where they actually entered the offices of the representatives during the march. You could run right out of the march and go run to your representatives' offices and submit written letters. That's why I said the pen is mightier than the sword. So when I used to write letters for my mother, if she was wronged, she I don't know what this means, but it was a joke, kind of tongue in cheek. She would say that I had a poison pen. I don't know if your family uses those terms, that I have a poison pen. So for whatever that means, it's just if I am angered and I start writing, then I guess it's a poison pen to whoever is going to get it. I don't know. But I learned so much about what is happening to children. Even in the Planned Parenthood offices, you have young children that are being brought in that are pregnant. Do you see what I'm saying? Children coming into Planned Parenthood pregnant, and these things being swept under the rug, if you see what I'm saying. A lot of that, trafficking, all kinds of things. But you know what? They keep that secret. They keep that secret. So what I'm saying is, all the way around, children are not safe in our civilization. This is not a civilization. This is a lawless society that needs law and order, the 10 Commandments. This is a lawless country, a lawless nation. And so much so that I wanted to go to The Hague. I told my brothers and sisters in Christ in the church, I was serious. I want to submit paperwork about the genocide happening in the womb in America, especially directed to my tribe, especially if I don't give voice to that. And nobody can take that from me. Nobody can tell me that I shouldn't speak on what's happened to my tribe. And you know what I'm talking about. The tribe of the brunettes of America, always saying that we're only 14% of the population, always staying there. Weird stuff, but I know what's going on. I am being reclassified as we speak. The kinsman redeemer is on his way. Trust me. But again, I wanted to go to The Hague and I wanted to submit paperwork against this corporation, whatever it is of America, whatever this is, this corporation that has enacted Roe v. Wade and had it going 40, 50, years? Imagine the numbers. We just hear a low ball. This has been genocide, a Holocaust. And I don't think it was ridiculous. But you know what? People in the church looked at me like, oh, she's Looney Tunes, to want to go to The Hague and submit paperwork, pleadings, and proof based on, you could go to all of these publications that have tracked real numbers in terms of real procedures. But of course, the numbers are underreported. But if I could have put together a case, a pleading, whatever you call it, and I was willing to travel to the Netherlands and submit it. I didn't know how, but that's what I believed I could do at the moment, at the time. But people, again, they were like, oh, okay, sure. But this is the thing. I believe now that my submitting of documents is more powerful. So this is the day and time that people better repent. And I mean it. If you have been for abortion and you have been apathetic about the plight against children, you can change your mind. You can get involved. You can start to raise a standard in your family. You can look out for children. I mean, there are all kinds of things that we see. You can pray. The pleadings of prayer of the righteous, the prayers of the righteous availeth much. So in this war, as the enemy is being plucked off, being removed, right? Their rapture into the abyss, whatever you want to say about it. A lot of people aren't around, are they? A lot of strangeness going on, a lot of quietness, I've noticed. Especially certain people that I've been following since 2020. I've been following their moves. And it looks real strange. They don't seem to be here. Further evidence of the times that we live in, you know. Once that fake queen was out of here, the jubilee for the righteous and the meek, the lawful ones, the keepers of the law, the kinsman redeemer will be reclassifying and straightening out all of the trust and the will and all of the stuff that's been looted, okay? It's going to happen. So that is what I wanted to share for now with this Heinz Craft and this Goodby Silverstein ad agency and partners. This is where you can let them know that we will not be putting up with advertising like that. I went on to the woman's LinkedIn, and the people are bragging about it from the ad agency. They think that this is fabulous what they've done. Very impressed with themselves. And if you go to the Capri Sun Instagram account, it looks like it's being run by, I don't know, I guess it's like the crowd that would be in their 20s and 30s now. And it was something about designing the perfect evil laugh. I don't know if I can show you. So this is Capri Sun. Design the perfect evil laugh. Step 2, take over the world. And I mean, I get it that it could be fun and for kids, but it's just I asked the question. I posted on their Instagram. I said, why are you into evil? Seems strange for a children's product. And why don't you have your new ad up, the one about Juicio from the romance novel trope? And why are the comments turned off of your YouTube channel? Lots of questions. Please answer. So I put that in their Instagram. They could, like, what's her name? Like Gladys said, they could laugh, but laughing right now for evil people laughing, it just is not going to go the same way it used to. So they can laugh all they want. You would only expect that they would, right? They've been laughing, but the laughing is coming to an end. I don't think a lot of people are doing a lot of laughing right now. I could be wrong. I'm seeing a lot of people falling, just being hoisted on their own petards, right? That term. Lots of that. Lots of walking on their own rakes, just walking on their rakes, and it's happening quickly. And let me tell you, the righteous, like I said, the prayers of the righteous availeth much. Okay? If you know, you know. That's all I have to say. If you know, you know. So let's continue to occupy until he comes. Push through, and he will renew your strength. You will mount up like eagles. All right? So that's okay if you feel a little tired. I'm a little tired. But again, don't have time to be tired. Not right now. I get my refreshing times, but yeah. So I'll be back on here at 4:30. I have another live stream to talk about a subject regarding safety with sports and just protection and things like that. So I'm inviting Chris to come again and have another lively discussion. If you have any questions, I would invite you to bring your questions to the chatmosphere. And thanks again for just all of the love and support. If I've missed you, if anything has come through, I go into a zone. And I want to thank you all for your support and love. Really do. And I'll get to the comments. Yeah, Tina. Tina says you have to have a depraved mind to think that's a good commercial. Yeah. And that's the thing that we're seeing, the depravity and the reprobate minds. I never understood the reprobate minds until now. When you see an ad like this, I can't imagine how many people this had to clear in order to be approved. Nobody in the company would think that this is not a good idea. I don't understand it. So the internet has been turned against the bad people. So you have power. If you're not going to use an actual pen, use your keyboard. Your keyboard is mighty, okay? Your prayers are mightier. So all of that in combination is the warfare that we engage in. It is a spiritual war, mainly. So thank you all. As I do see you when I look around and see you on the battlefield, I do want to thank you, because I know that, this is a narrow road, very narrow. So continue to be encouraged, those that are traveling the narrow road, okay? And lots of transformation is going on and learning. Just be inclined to be a lifelong learner. And it's fun. I think it is. So as I learn more, I will share more. I think that's it that I wanted to cover. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I did mention that the company Kraft Heinz is German when I looked into it, right? I mentioned that the other live stream. So this is a follow-up live stream to let you know that I wrote my letters and sent them. I invite you to share this information. Write, type, whatever, pray, petition. If you need legal pleadings, I would invite you to look into the Book of Enoch. That's where I will be getting my legal pleadings backing up. It'll be my receipt that I'll be using. When I say kinsman redeemer, when you send this to the Father, I'm basing it on this, and this from the Book of Enoch. Okay, that's how I will be doing it. If you want me to share once I've finished, I'm willing to do that. If you want to use my letter, I put it on Instagram, and I welcome you to, if you want to contact me, if you want to have any one-on-one time, contact me on Instagram. That would be sliding into my DMs. Go ahead, I invite you now. I will be very receptive. And also Instant Messenger. on Facebook. If you have the Instant Messenger app, I want to let you know I am inviting you to contact me there. Okay, I'll be responsive, and you can set up one-on-one time. Okay, wellness. We're doing wellness and shalom all the way around, right? So yes, the spoon is out here. I remembered it today, and I don't have a need for it right now. No spoon. Yes, Sheena, I like it. Yes, we will mount up like eagles. Victory to the tribes of God. Amen. Thank you. Molly, that's right, the spoon. So thanks again. Yes, we like that, right, Molly? Sheena, you're always loved here. Everybody else who's joined, thank you. Love you. Share this out and encourage each other. Let's do some call to action. Let's raise a standard and let Heinz Craft know that this is not acceptable. They're going to have to do better, okay? That we are looking at them and we don't approve. According to the poll, my little poll on Instagram, nobody agreed with this commercial. So that means Heinz Craft, you need to go back to the drawing board, or you will be facing penalties that are based in this book. You can laugh, you can mock, you can do whatever you want. But one thing you better do is take heed. All right. Thank you. And I love you all. And I will be joining again, live streaming at 4:30. All right. Yes, please hit the like button and subscribe. Okay. You know, they mess with numbers and do things. We could still try to get the algos to work our way. All right. So until later, I will see you. Thank you.